So we have DauT over here in the north, up against the corner of the map. He can wall his base off. He's got a gold kind of in the back. He's got berries in the back. This gold isn't so bad.
But which Pokemon is Vivy?
I don't know what Pokemon Vivy is. Vivy, on the other hand, has a really solid map, very wallable, pretty safe gold, safe berries, and a bunch of woodline options. We'll quickly check the corners. That one's okay. That one's okay. That one's okay. This one sucks. Please don't forget to put the hosted by MTV sticker as well as the KOTD sticker. It's a rotating thing here, Jinxed. You see it comes up? Is it not on my... It's on my title too, right? Yeah. Don't worry about it, dude. It rotates back and forth. It's the official one. All right. So we'll see if DauT wants to go for Men-at-Arms. Magyars can do that opening. It's been very popular so far in this tournament, but I think Magyars are more likely to open Scouts here. Just makes sense for them. It's a very adaptable build too. You can go into the Archer range pretty quickly after you go into Scouts. And Vivy needs to find his other two... Whoop. He won't find it like that. Vivy needs to find his other two sheep. Okay, he's got him. Going to the berries, so he's going to go Scouts to open this out. And DauT is going mill as well. Interesting, okay. So he might just open archers here. Actually, I guess you're saving a little bit of wood with Incas. Because your houses have more pop space. So you still can't open infantry, even if you go for the mill. Oh no, why is the match on time? I know. It's not typical. What I missed? Nothing. Ketons were banned. That's what you missed. Ketons were banned. So we're not going to see that bullshit this set. Yo, what's up, Fights with Knights? Thank you for the 57, bro. Welcome back. Bent, thank you for the 66 months as well. That's
Hope
crazy.
you're doing well, Dave.
I'm doing all right. How many games does Vivy go full Feudal Scouts? He's got Hindustani, so that's probably another one. He's got Persians as well. He's got Slavs as well. Although Persians have been going Drush into Men-at-Arms quite frequently. I think 2 games. Full Feudal Scouts, though. You said full Feudal, so that implies there's no archers. I don't know. So DauT is a little bit slower with the militia production because he went for the mill there, but with Incas, he should be fine. Vivy's going to spot that. Good scouting from Vivy immediately. Spots the barracks. He goes for the wall back here. He doesn't even need to take his gold there. He has a gold over here, and since he's going Scouts, he won't need to take that until a little bit later. Barracks timing should be good, and he should be fine to place that stable, although there's one villager that's kind of stuck here, which is unfortunate. How many relics? Looks like it's 5... Nope, 7 relics. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He did not wall behind that tree. He just did. It's a pretty good map for Vivy. There's the stable right there. DauT's coming across. Vivy's tracking that. And DauT's got 4 militia, soon to be Men-at-Arms. And that was almost really bad for Vivy, losing HP on that scout, but he dodges away from it. Nice job. Okay, Feudal Age is in. Men-at-Arms, wood upgrade, perfect. Great build from DauT. He goes for the Spearman as well. So the archer range is a little bit delayed. Let's take a look at what he can see. And yeah, he's going to find the walls here. He can start pressuring this. The berries are over there. This is probably the weakest spot of Vivy's base. Or over here, maybe. Either way, it's a good position for DauT to push from. It's going to be a little bit tough for him to get archers all the way over here. And there's the ranger ready from Vivy. Arson coming in real quick for DauT. We know he loves Arson. We know all the GL guys love Arson. With the exception of maybe Hera. Are scouts even good opening versus Mezzo? I think so. With Magyars? Yeah, I think so. If you play Archer opening against Incas, I think you're just on the back foot for the entirety of Feudal Age. Until you start adding your scouts in. As long as you can wall and still get the archer range up at a decent time, scouts are really nice. That's uphill hits for DauT. So even with Arson, can't quite get through that wall. He's going to have to get something on neutral ground or downhill and try to get through here. So the archers are slowly working away on the men-at-arms. Looks like Vivy's pushed this back, and Vivy's coming in here, and he sees a spearman, instantly snipes it, and once again, dodges the TC fire. So there goes a villager from DauT really quickly, and probably a second one too, if he's not careful. The eagle's going to go down immediately, and this is not a good start for DauT whatsoever. He only had one spearman back there, so that's 2 villagers sniped. I think scouts are a good opening against Mezzo. Especially Magyar scouts. That forging upgrade just helps so much. You can instantly dive all these spearmen. So men-at-arms need to retreat a little bit. Because the archers are there. DauT will start adding in skirms. If he gets archers and skirms forward with his men-at-arms, it's great. But he only has like 1 spearman at a time. He needs to keep making spears. Because these 4 scouts are still dangerous. Especially if Vivy brings the archers forward. Gonna look really tricky. But that was some bad pathing from Vivy. Runs into some hits, and DauT should be fine. So now it's time for DauT to get a little bit aggressive. He is -2 villagers already. More res collected overall still, but that should start to scale in Vivy's favor. Vivy didn't manage to sneak in horse color because he went for the archer range really quickly. And now DauT's beginning to wall. Couldn't really wall earlier because this is a really tight build. He didn't have the wood. Needed all his villagers working. But he can do it now. And he might want to go for a tower. He probably does want to go for a tower, to be honest. Unless he gets greedy, which DauT does a lot. And he wants to keep that stone for walling. Or sorry, for selling from the market. He hasn't seen this army, though. Has he? Yeah, he caught a glimpse of it. Okay. Sees the archer coming in. Still no fletching for him. This is a really brutal position here. And the scouts are coming in. That villager should be dead. Unless he can get the spearman back there in time. But with forging, the scouts, they come in and snipe it. Nice job from Vivy. And there's another dead villager. DauT lost track of that one. That's 4 dead vills immediately from DauT. Yikes. Yikes. He misses the quick gate there too. And this might be a quick game 1. Let's see what DauT can do. I mean, he is Incas, so there is potential here for a comeback. If he wants to get up to castle quickly and maybe spam eagles or something like that. But the scouts are just diving all over the skirmishers. Skirmishers are all dead. The scouts are gone now too. But it's going to be a slow push from DauT back towards Vivy's base. Let's see how many of these archers he can clear up. He doesn't have any skirms anymore. Just got eagles chasing after these, and there's more scouts on the way from Vivy. Rare miss quick wall from DauT. Yeah, rare. I think Vivy should just run. I don't think he should stop at any point until he's got some scouts to get in front. He does snipe an eagle, but that costs him an archer. There's no spearman in this group anymore from DauT, so he needs to retreat again. I was just about to say, where's the market from DauT? There it is. DauT knows, like, he's probably not going to win this in an extended Feudal Age war. Wants to get that market up, and he's going to be greedy. He's going to sell the stone. He'll get the armor for his eagles. That's surprising. And it's another barracks for him, so it's just eagle spam for the win, I suppose. How many more scouts does Vivy make before going to Castle Age? I'd say like 3. There is an argument for stopping scout production. I think there's a bigger argument for getting horse collars soon, because these ones are about to run out. Yeah, the men-at-arms didn't pay off at all. Very aggressive with the archers here from Vivy. Very, very aggressive. They're coming in. Skirmishers got value against them. The scouts did good work in here, but it's almost a full reset for both players. DauT actually comes out of that on top, and now DauT's got some time. DauT has some time now. He's buying food. He's got 11 on gold. Eagles are still in production. He's coming forward, but there's the market for Vivy. And yeah, he's cut scout production completely. Just going to go up to Castle Age as soon as he can. Please get horse collar before these are out. I don't think he's going to do it. He's going to click up first. Welsh boy, thank you for the 23. Welcome back. Such a strangely built farm eco for DauT. It really is. It looks like he's extremely bad at Tetris. That's what it looks like. But I guess there were straggler trees here. He didn't want to like interrupt those. He needed them. Castle Age now on the way for Vivy. DauT is going to go up to Castle Age soon. He's lost 5 villagers. 5 vills. Vivy has not lost any yet. And I don't really think there's opportunities for him to lose any more before he gets to Castle Age. He could just pull these farmers away. Still hasn't gotten horse collar. So a completely new round of farms with no horse collar. He's going to get a couple of them, though. Yeah, he'll get like 4 farms that are about to expire. Upgraded, which is good. More scouts now on the way from him. Remember, Arson is still in for these men-at-arms that have stayed alive for a very long time. Done 1,600 damage so far. Still, it's 9 archers for Vivy, and he feels the freedom to come forward with said archers. So as long as he can keep these things out of his base, which at the moment it looks like he can, he's going to be fine. And he adds the 3rd range too, so cav archers are likely the play for him. I think sneaking in the crossbow upgrade is probably really good here. Of course, he's going to get Bodkin Arrow. But if he could spend some res on crossbow, that would be great for this big mass of units. He's found himself in a jam. But is this better for Vivy or is this better for DauT? Because that's quite the choke point here for him to sit in. And he's going to get a lot of damage against these Eagles early. Crossbow upgrade is on the way. Bodkin Arrow is not. And crossbow's going to come in here, but there's not going to be that many crossbows left. Only 7. Still, 7 crossbows in this little choke point. Very dangerous for DauT before he gets to Castle Age. He's still trying to break his way in here, and he's finally going to get through that wall. But look how much damage he's taken before he gets to Castle Age. It's a lot of Eagles going down. And the crossbow upgrade has been worth it. You nuke that Eagle population before DauT gets to Castle Age. I know you lose all of them, but still worth. You got like an additional 4 or 5 Eagle kills there. And now the Knights can clear this one up as soon as it gets in. It's 9 eco kills for Vivy. And University on the way. And then it's going to be Cav Archer and Knight for Vivy. It's a really, really good setup for him. 1k res collected ahead already. DauT is losing. Yep. Yeah, some really nice damage with the scouts early. He only had 1 spearman here, and he didn't wall off the berries. I mean, if he just made, like, some... prepared some small walls around the berries, he would have been fine. He wouldn't have lost those 2 villas, and then he's not so far behind, right? And he can try and manage the scout numbers with spears. But DauT is still alive. He's got 3 barracks producing eagles. Vivy's getting ballistics. I'd love to see him start adding in knights now. I think he's so heavily invested already in the cav archers, though. He's just going to keep producing those. If he can't get damage with the cav archers, that might be a way back in to the game for DauT. Knights are definitely going to be difficult for DauT to deal with. Eco is still a little bit stretched for Vivy for all he wants to do. He's got 3 ranges, can't produce out of all 3 at the same time. He wants to still make Knights as well. Missing that final armor upgrade is going to be brutal, but this is really nice for Vivy. He's going to find that monk immediately. And he's got ballistics too. Doesn't have thumb ring. So he'll still be missing. But ballistics will be super, super solid against these eagles. Plus 2 armor now on the way for DauT. Tries to cut off this army. He'll get a couple hits. Not that big of a deal. We're just waiting for the knights to get in front. Vivy is about to have 4 knights. Oh, he canceled it. He's getting husbandry instead. He's going to have 3 knights in front of 11 cav archers with ballistics. Oof, boy. Oh, Eagles feel so brutal against this composition. DauT just wants to keep this army away. He's going to slowly try and claw his way back into this one. Definitely wants to get the relics as quickly as he can. That passive income is going to be nice. He wants to get extra TCs as well if he can. Although it's going to be super difficult. If Vivy just stays 1 TC here, I think he's in a really solid position. If he starts to, like, cut his army production to boom, that's the window for DauT to maybe come back a little bit. Also, missing that first armor upgrade on the knights. Brutal. Eagles are still struggling, though. When does this gold run out? He's still got plenty of time, right? Yeah, he's still got plenty of time. 1,700. And he's got a gold back here, too. Still hasn't gotten that relic in. Will this relic ever be collected is the question now. Thumb ring on the way for Vivy. I love it. I love it. Stay 1 TC. Stay 1 TC. You're killing every single thing that DauT sends at you. 71 to 42 is the KD. Still 9 to 1 eco KD. Apparently DauT killed a villager back here somewhere. And DauT's coming over with a converted cav archer. That could be annoying. Especially since it has ballistics. Does it retain ballistics? Can we hit a shot? Man lost 5 50-50s in a row. And the cav archers are in. Kill the eagles and you can kill all the vills. DauT calls the GG. I think he knew about 10 minutes ago that... He knew about 10 minutes ago that this game was chalked. He was just trying to get up to Castle Age. Losing 4 villagers in Feudal that early is just brutal. I love the fact Vivy waited to add that second town center, and he went into the full upgrades for his army. Super solid. So, DauT's going to have to try and make his way back in this set. Did I see that correctly? EAPM, DauT, 61, Vivy, 59. He's gaming. He's gaming. Vivy's on top, though. Vivy is on top. Okay. Civs, we had a loss for Incas and a win for Magyars. It's kind of hard to predict what civs they're going to pick next. It is Arabia, so it's like you don't really have specific civs for specific maps. I'd say DauT will probably want to go Georgians here, and Vivy might go Hindustanis. What are DauT's strengths? DauT is really efficient with his clicks. DauT's more of a timings and bigger game plan kind of guy rather than, you know, micro in winning fights and whatnot. Although his Feudal Age micro with fights is really nice. His macro is good, yeah. DauT gonna fall out of the top 10 next year for sure. Well, I mean, he hasn't really been in there this year that much. Like, DauT's been in and out of the top 10 discussion for the last couple of years. I don't really think you can make an argument for him being top 10 in 2025. There's players that have been significantly better than him, right? You think about all those players on the cusp of top 10, guys like MBL, guys like Barles, they've had better years than DauT. Like, is DauT better than Nikov? That's a more interesting discussion, right? Is he better than Andy? I don't think so. Is he better than Sato? No. Is he better than you? Probably, yes. Oh, I got one of the civs correct. All right, DauT's going Georgians. Vivy is going Persians. So a battle of the first picks here. Better than Jordan? I mean, Jordan's not even like top 20 though at the moment. I think Jordan would struggle to be called a top 30 player right now.
Let's go.
Barty, thank you for the 41 months. Is he better than Vivy? I would say so on average, yeah. Depends on the maps, but yeah.
Bop.
Sentient Sloss, thank you for the 39, dude. Where would you rank MBL in Arabia? Probably like top 8. Depends on his bracket, but I would expect him to make a run at the semifinals. Unfortunately, he has come up against ACCM in the next round, so it's going to be a bit rough. But if he does make it past ACCM, then we have the potential of my favorite matchup, player-wise, probably of all time. MBL versus Yo. MBL versus Yo best of 7 on Arabia would be amazing. The MBL Yo sets always deliver. They just always deliver.
Form of adhesive? Personally, I prefer 2-part epoxy resins.
Favorite form of adhesive? I don't know, Spud. I don't know. Whatever the Mongols use to make the glue for their bows. Tagliola, thank you for the 36 months. All right, game number 2. And they actually had the correct colors. So Georgians for DauT, Vivy with the Persians. And DauT can use this mule cart to scout around a little bit. That means that Georgians can actually go forward with the lame really early if he wants to. I don't know if DauT's feeling like a lamer right now, but that extra scouting from the mule cart is really, really useful. And DauT's going to find the Mouflons over here. So he's probably going to just push those right away. Oh, we're getting a message. Getting a message.
Hello, Dave. This is Race. Why isn't every single game a mirror of Orange Magyars? This game is stupid.
See, Civ drafting rules are based. Thank you for the resub, dude. This is base. Wow. Wow. The pre-lumber camp super drush from the Persians. Now, this is usually a play that is reserved for the Lithuanians, but the Persians can do it too. They start with the 50 extra wood. It's still going to be a really tight build, and he's going to have to take the straggler trees. But he might be able to catch DauT without any loom. So this could be really, really solid from Vivy if he comes forward to scout right away. You see, he's already pushed in the Mouflons. He still doesn't know. He still doesn't know where DauT is. So I don't know about this without knowing where DauT's base is, but he's going to assume it's somewhere over here, and lucky for him, the assumption is correct. It could have been over here. It could have been over here as well. So let's hope that, for his sake, that he doesn't run into the TC. The rugs will generally warn you about it before you get there, as DauT fails the push, and he's going to go all the way back there. Vivy's actually going to find these two sheep, and he's going to find this one, and DauT doesn't know. DauT doesn't know that those are militia and not a scout. There's a boar there as well that Vivy could lame, and he immediately sends his scout forward to try and get that. DauT's coming back over here with his scout because he thinks the scout from Vivy is around there, and he catches a glimpse of the militia, but did he actually notice them? It was only for a split second. He's going to lose another sheep. Oh, I don't think he noticed them. Maybe he did, actually. He pulled the mule cart away from the woodline, so I think he knows. I think he knows that the drush is there. It's still, I think, 4 sheep that have been lame from DauT. And he failed that last push there, so DauT's early eco is tragic right now. That was very lucky for DauT that he saw that, and he's walling it up. So he definitely did see the militia. Now, this is a good start for Vivy, in that he's lamed DauT a little bit, but he's not going to really manage to get any damage done with these militia, and he delayed his lumber camp as well, so his eco wasn't super efficient. However, freaking 9 sheep, plus these 2 over here, he's got 11 sheep available to him under his town center. And the house from DauT might go down, and DauT is still just taking straggler trees with this mule cart. He's on the way to Feudal Age, but what on earth do you make with such limited food supply? There's going to be no food under his TC. He's going up with 16 villagers. $16 vills. He's going to try and fight. Gate. Mule cart is there. He's repairing the house. He needs to go for another wall here. He pushes the militia into the TC. These guys are slowly being trapped in, trying to block with the mule cart now. And Vivy will keep these alive. Loom is in for DauT, so he can fight these, but the gate goes down. And what on earth can DauT afford? This is not the start that he wanted to the set. DauT is the best player in the world for 2 games in every best of 5 he plays. And it hasn't been the first 2. It definitely has not been the first 2. He could barely afford the barracks, which means he's not going to be able to afford the stable. Even if he does afford the stable, he's only got 186 food in the bank and no food under the TC. This is something. Oh, God. Vivy going up now to Feudal Age. There's the archer range for DauT. Still has to fight this. Scout is still almost full HP, so once it's Feudal Age, it's going to be a lot more dangerous. DauT is looking for opportunities. Vivy's trying to wall him in. He's not going to get that. Still no wood upgrade for DauT. He's trying to get army on the field so he can do something. But the early drush for Vivy really, really turning out well. You can see how much damage it did, and laming the sheep was just a bonus on top of that. If DauT even had if DauT had like 2 or 3 more sheep under his town center, I think it'd be a completely different position right now that he'd be in. We have 7 on berries here for DauT. Feudal Age now coming in for Vivy. Archer range for him. Res collected significantly ahead for Vivy, as the first archer from DauT comes in. And the wood upgrade comes in for Vivy too. DauT still hasn't gotten that. Like, he can't afford it. He can't go for the wood upgrade. If he goes for the wood upgrade, he's not making vills. Okay, a little bit of an annoyance here for Vivy. Still 500 res collected ahead. 24 vills to 22. DauT having to repair that house with 2 villagers as he finally sends an archer over to do something about it. We got an archer and a skirmisher in the queue here for Vivy, and the first skirm is out. That'll push the archers away, and they need to go somewhere else. Still no wood upgrade for DauT. Yeah, Yo won a 40-minute game with no wood upgrade. That is a good point. But he would have won it a lot easier with. Obviously, the archers don't have fletching. DauT has a few villagers in the queue now. He's finally killed the scout and he's killed the militia. So finally, he gets a moment to breathe. And he generally knows that where the army is from Vivy, so he knows he's not under threat right now. He's got some time. Maybe think about his eco. Maybe get double bit axe at some point. Definitely not horse collar. He is running out of berries as well, so all the free food is going to be gone, and he'll need to focus on farming. There we go, double bit axe. Okay, the recovery begins from DauT. It's going to be a slow recovery, and he's going to have to take some really good fights here in Feudal Age to keep Vivy away from his base. He might even need a tower. I think he's trying to play pretty tight here because he needs all his eco working. He realizes he's quite far behind on economy after losing those sheep, and up against Persians too, who will have more villagers in general. But I think a tower here just gives you really good peace of mind. Still, does he tower there or does he tower the woodline? The woodline's brutal too. I don't know. I don't know. Vivy's going for the tower. That's a great play from him. If he wants to go forward, can't keep his army at home, doesn't know where the archers are, tower is going to be really nice. DauT will loop around for this wood line. I don't know if there's a way in. And he still doesn't have fletching either. Even wheelbarrow coming in for Vivy because he's housed. And yeah, that tower would have been super clutch for DauT right now. Fletching is already in for Vivy. DauT's on the run. Kills the spearman. Is he going to save this villager? Maybe? No. Fletching's in for DauT. Openings have been fantastic for Vivy. And Vivy is slowly chopping away at this tree. If he overchops through that tree, it could be a problem for him, but DauT's going to show the army. And Vivy will wall behind that. And DauT manages to defend here, so he's only lost 1 villager. Fletching is in for him. Can he kill a villager from Vivy? No. It's Alt-D is how I do this. Okay. I like this view. We can see both players' line of sight. Sometimes they mix together, which is confusing, but you can see that DauT has no idea where this archer army is. Vivy knows where the army from DauT is. This would be an unfortunate spot for DauT to sit. He could range these vills here, but the archers are coming back across for Vivy as DauT threatens to chop through here. He's going to have to pull his villagers away. That's the benefit of having a mule cart. You can just leave. And DauT snipes a vill. Nice. 1-1 on the Eco KD. Still significant res collected lead for Vivy. DauT has the KD advantage, but that was the militia and the scout earlier making that difference. And DauT is around here to shut down the army from Vivy. DauT's recovering. This is really, really nice from the position. He was in a horrific position earlier. This is a great recovery from him, especially if he can escape with some of this army over here. It's still very, very big lead for Vivy, though. With Wheelbarrow, 38 vills against 37. 600 food in the bank, 9 on gold. So he's going to click up to Castle Age soon. DauT will need to go for the market. He's going to need to wall up. He saved the stone by not going for a tower earlier. Lost 1 villager because of it. But he has that stone to sell now. To try and get a decent castle time. Yeah, he forced the tower from Vivy. Well, he didn't really force it, but I fucking hate this mining camp, Vivy. We need to get that. We need to get it together. There we go. He didn't really force it. Vivy just wanted to go forward. still means that Vivy can't immediately go for a second town center. That's so weird. On this double line of sight thing, you can't see stone. Or golds. That's weird. Why is that a thing? Huh. That's such a strange bug. Because you can see it when you're just on someone's, like, POV, like DauT's. But when you're on the double POV, you can't see it. Probably because one of them hasn't scouted it? No, they both scouted it. Very strange. Okay, so Castle Age is on the way for DauT. 41 vills for him, 40 villagers for Vivy. Significantly faster for Vivy. He's making skirms, but he's about to switch into cav archers? Don't you want knights here? With this eco? Don't you want knights? Huh. I mean, crossbow. Vodka arrow. Skirmisher. Okay, so he's going crossbow skirm. You can see his long distance taking this stone so he can make a second town center. It's a little bit strange, though. He loaded heavily onto gold. He had a decent farm eco with wheelbarrow. And then he makes his way into crossbow skirm. DauT's trying to shut this down. He sees that they're crossbows now, but he's got a decent amount of skirms. He should be able to clear this army. The army is stuck here. Just needs to get close to it, but the army's going to get in. Vivy's threatening the army coming in. Kills 2 crossbows right away. He'll come forward and repair this wall. Skirmisher's still working around, but it's good micro from Vivy to get within the minimum range. And at the same time, Vivy is pushing at the front. These crossbows are going to be down to like 2 or 3 by the end of this. Couple skirms going down here from Vivy. And a fortified church from DauT to lock down the gold. Stable has been added now from Vivy. Couple cav archers on the way, and a knight is coming in too. I would have just like knights right away. I think like if Yo was in this position that Vivy's in, he would have just foregone the second archer range, gone for 2 stables plus 2 armor right away, and try and get some really good damage against DauT early. Especially with Persians when DauT's just playing into range units. DauT's trying to go for knights now. Vivy has killed 2 villagers. DauT's only killed 1. Plus the Persian TC production speed is adding to this eco imbalance. Plus wheelbarrow as well. And Vivy even managed to sneak in that second wood upgrade too. So his eco is still significantly better. It's not as secure of a base, but he's making it more secure with that second town center. Rudy, thank you for the gifted sub to MG Light. Thank you. Wait, did he kill... He killed all those crossbows over there? That's crazy. Good job, DauT. 1 skirmisher survived. I thought for sure Vivy would have like 2 remaining. Must have not been targeting the same units. He probably had his eye over here instead. Husbandry on the way. More cav archers coming in. And it's a race for the relic. The skirmishers are not there. DauT's trying to snag these. He's trying to be real sneaky with this. And he'll be making his way back slowly, but he stops to convert. And he gets the camel. The monk does die on the way, though. And this relic should be Vivy's. Does the camel... If you convert the camel, I guess it doesn't get the Georgian bonus. I guess that's inherent when they're produced. So it's not going to heal over time. More monks coming out for DauT. Maybe that's what Vivy was afraid of, right? Goes into range units so that DauT just can't go full monk to counter him. This isn't a great fight for Vivy. DauT will probably lose this monk here, but still loses all of his skirmishers. And and he loses a few of his knights here too. Second and third town center, though, for DauT. Farm eco's still looking decent. He doesn't have wheelbarrows, so Vivy still has an advantage there, and it's almost 200 extra res collected for Vivy. Oh, let's check the corners. This is a cool corner. That's not a cool corner. That's not a cool corner, and this is a dope-ass corner. That corner check was brought to you by Baldness. Wow, Vivy got 2 more relics? So that's 3 relics for him. It is a 7 relic map. He got the 1 over here, and then he got 2 over on the other side. Should be pretty good scouting for Vivy. No. They were just positioned really close to his base early. By Jassar's helicopter rental? Jassar's never bought anything in his entire life, dude. Just mooches. Ballistics on the way. Archer armor on the way for these cav archers, and 2 villagers killed by Vivy over on this side. DauT needs that fortified church up, and he needs to hope that Vivy just runs away.
40.
There's still damage to be done if these things dive in, especially with that +2 armor coming in for Vivy. I think it would be very annoying if they were back here. He obviously doesn't want to lose his entire army, but there is damage to find. 1 villager, 2 villager. That's a good dive from Vivy. That's a really good dive from Vivy. He's got more army over here. Like, he can produce more cav archers. He's going to disrupt so much from DauT. There's another villager killed. The monks will come back, but the monks will die. And this cav archer army is expendable. I love this play from Vivy with that +2 armor to just come in here. I don't love just standing your ground right there, but he's going to get some more knights along the way. And then he can focus all of his attentions on the front. That's another monk dead from DauT. And another one. And the cav archers try and run. DauT says no way. Blocks it with the mule. Knight goes down. Camel's going to go down. The cav archers are still alive. He has to send 3 more knights to get there. Vivy is fully blocked off on this side. He's hoping to find another villager maybe, or a monk, or something of value to snipe. Or to just delay DauT as he adds his 3rd town center as well. 72 villagers for Vivy, 65 villagers for DauT, with more farms on the way. The gold is about to run out, though. The gold is... well, maybe not. No. There's 4 tiles there. I thought there was only 2. Still not in a great position here. Feels like trading pieces when you're ahead in chess. Yeah, that's exactly what that was. Like, you're ahead by a rook and you go... or you're ahead by a knight and you trade rook for rook. That's... rook for rook? That's a hard thing to say, but that makes sense, right? Devotion now on the way for Vivy. Thumb ring is in too, and here comes a ram. I only play checkers. Based. 2 monks dead. More conversions coming in. 3 monks dead. Mangonel is being sniped down by DauT, but he's losing units along the way. Still, he's keeping himself alive. 72 villagers for him, so he's 9 villagers behind Vivy at the moment. He's 4,000 res collected behind Vivy. And he can't quite target that monk for sniping, but he does get it eventually. Knights are still coming out for DauT. They are healing over time in addition to the monk healing that they're getting. But Vivy is not messing around, and Vivy is going for a forward castle on that gold from DauT. He still has a gold back here. He can retreat from this position, but he doesn't want to lose this at the front side of his base. Vivy actually canceled that castle. It wasn't aggressive enough. And Vivy is absolutely crushing right now. At this point, it's kind of looking like... it's kind of looking like DauT's going to have to pull off the reverse sweep. He's not completely out of this game yet. But with Thumb Ring and Ballistics and the 2nd Archer Armor, like fully upgraded Cav Archers here in Castle Age. And the castle coming up. And almost enough for another castle from Vivy. A castle here would go incredibly hard. A castle here would go crazy, dude. That would shut down all the farm eco. You're not quite getting the gold, But you're shutting down all that farm eco that DauT built up for, and you're in front of all 3 of these stables with ballistics with your castle. Like, good luck producing if you're DauT. Vivy being incredibly aggressive with his army, as he should. Taking trades is nice. 95 villagers for him, 85 vills for DauT. DauT will be going for a castle soon. We saw a very similar position, actually, for Andy against Lucho. And Andy managed to get to Imp, and he managed to actually be in a somewhat threatening position against Lucho with the Georgians. Now, he was playing up against the Magyars, not the Persians. But, yeah, DauT's not seeing much here. And he's going to go down quick 2-0. Vivy, 2 straight games, plays Cav Archer Knight, and he gets full upgrades for his Cav Archers. But all of the damage was done early. That was a really, really creative play from Vivy to go for the early barracks before the lumber camp. And he got super fortunate to find 4 sheep from DauT. And DauT was forced to go up super, super early to try and take out these militia with his archers. And try and get some pressure against Vivy whatsoever, but it just didn't work out. You lose whatever res you've invested into the building if they kill it while you're building it. So if you're building a castle and you get 1 tap on it and then they shoot it with the mangonel, you're going to lose all of that. But if you delete it at 50%, then you're only going to lose 50% of the stone that you invested into it, if that makes sense. But the foundations themselves cost the res immediately. It's invested right away. Saying thank you for the 40 months. All right, 2-0 for Vivy. Reverse sweep incoming. It's not that unlikely. Vivy's had some really good openings, but if DauT gets a win and gets some momentum rolling, I mean, it's not unlikely for DauT to win 2 games in a row against Vivy. And then once you've won those 2 games, it's basically a 50-50 on the 3rd, right? Vivy hasn't even played his #1 Civ Burgundians yet. What is he going to do with it? Just FC into Castilier? Damn it is apparently sick, so unlikely. Who's damn it? You mean DauT? DauT will use his 2 times best player of the world match? True. I think this is going game 5. I think DauT's got 2 games in him. Jurchens, Vikings, Malians, Celts, good Celts? Gujaras?
I heard your mom last night. She sounded like my great aunt when I pull a surprise visit. She was like,
Hindustanis, Italians, Japanese, Burgundians, Slavs. Let me mark the score down for Vivy. There we go. Stop adding me, Tree. You're always adding me. Stop adding me, bro.
just for hanging out with you.
Epic,
My
thank you for the 4
favorite
months, bro.
Canadian streamer.
Waxus, thank you for the 38 as well. Welcome back. Well, this is not where I thought we'd be. Shout out to Vivy. Hype is real. Thank you for the 25 months. If you're watching this set on YouTube, if I upload it and you see that there's still 2 hours left, either we have an absolute banger of a game 3 or DauT's going to make something happen here. If it's a 3-0, I'm not uploading it, so I'm speaking to you, like, theoretically. Hypothetically. No, I generally don't upload 3.0s to my YouTube channel unless it's yeah, I just don't. I like I should ignore comments, but I hate dude, I hate the why don't you add spoiler time at the end comment. It bugs me so much. Spoiled by the time, blah blah blah. It's like that one frustrates me. So why don't you? Because it takes so long, dude. It takes so freaking long, and the YouTube algorithm doesn't like it as well. Just stop reading your comments. It's good to read comments every once in a while, though. Especially the ones that really that make you angry or you have an emotional response to. Sometimes they're like completely useless, right? But things like that typically have a grain of truth, and it can help you to get better at what you're doing. Ignoring haters is, I think, never a good idea. You just don't give them the same weight. Ignoring completely, I think, is a way to never improve at anything you're doing. You just don't give them the same emotional weight as people who are actually like making legitimate comments, you know? All right, we have got a minute left. Haters are different than criticism? Yeah, but the line blends. There's a blend somewhere in there. You know what I mean? Real haters would send their message in a spreadsheet. True. So Nilly is like the king of the haters then? In your example here, though, you have given them the weight to completely preclude you from uploading certain videos. That's fine. Those aren't really great quality anyway. That costs views, that costs money. Subliminally, people realize, though, that I only upload good sets to my YouTube. So if I do have any uploads, they're more likely to watch it. Did you think about that one? I don't have an extras YouTube like Tristan does, right? He can just upload any old thing there. Those are for the hardcore viewers. I'm not of the idea that any content is good content. All right, Vivy playing Hindustanis. We're going to switch him to red. DauT playing Vikings. Keep him in the blue here. And, well, DauT's got to get something rolling here. It seems like a more open map, although it's very wallable for Vivy, excluding any golds. DauT, oof, little bit more open for him. The game is paused. He has a gold in the back here. He's probably going to try for that men-at-arms play. Vikings have been a lot more popular in this King of the Desert. Miss one gold for DauT. No, he's got a gold here. Main gold, second gold, third gold. I don't know what this pause is. It's probably just... DauT's saying lag. Okay. So Vikings against Hindustanis. If this goes late game, I think the Vikings are going to have a lot of problems. They generally do late game, but like, oof. Hussar hand cannon feels really good with bombard cannons as well. The Vikings want to avoid it getting there for sure. Hey Dave, if you had to choose between time with family or AoE 2, which Civ would you play? Depends what family did. Depends how long since I've seen them, you know. Vikings should struggle versus Golem alone. Maybe. I don't know about the Golem versus Berserk interaction. I would assume Berserk still win that, although Golems would do better in a large group. But yeah, Vikings Imp is just not great. Viking Night Rush is a bit underrated. If you get there, I agree with you. They miss Bloodlines, but like with Wheelbarrow and Handcart, if you have a solid farm eco going up to Castle Age, there's opportunities to just go 2 stable plus 2 armor knights and just run them over. And then you can switch into crossbows later as you're making transitions. I always liked if you had a serious land eco with Vikings on like some mega random maps or something like that, trying to sneak 2 stables behind, just get a better Castle Age and spam. Because they never expect the knights. They always expect you to go crossbows or something. De Niro, thank you for the 34 months.
Hey Dave. Merry soon-to-be holidays. Do you or your family have any
New
Christmas holiday
server
traditions you observe? GLH chef.
Holiday traditions. Not really. So they go back, and that's actually, they're looking for a new server. That's actually super fortunate for DauT, because I don't think that map was particularly good for Vikings. Holiday traditions. And Christmas Eve is probably our only holiday tradition. I usually get together with my parents, and we just have like, we don't have a big dinner Christmas Eve. That's for Christmas Day. We have like hors d'oeuvres and stuff. Like meatballs and sausages and cheese and like put it on a big platter and just shrimp. Stuff like that. Which is nice. A few bottles of wine. Chris Morgan, thank you for the Prime. Welcome in. Wait, did the game get reset? Yeah, it did. The server wasn't working for them. There was a lot of lag. Also do that on Christmas Eve? Maybe it's a Canadian thing? Maybe. I haven't heard of anyone else doing that, but it might be. We never really did it when I was a kid, right? But when I think about it, when I was a kid, we would like go down to my dad's family's place in Detroit, so... Can someone explain the admin? So those are just 10 random bans that the website chooses randomly for every set. And that happens before the actual Civ draft. And they're not available to ban or to draft themselves. Do you have an official invite to London, Wallalo, as a caster? Yep. I'm going. I'm going. London, Ontario? No. London, England. I could just drive down to London, Ontario. Can't remember. I think the last time I was in London, I was there for a curling match. And that was years ago. Like I have no reason to go down to London. All right, so Vivy playing Hindustanis DauT Vikings again. And it's an even more open map this time for both of them. So this is one of the 2 woodline variations where you have 2 wood lines potentially close and then a third one a little bit further away. DauT's third one is over here. The 2 are over here. He can get a safe wood line back here if he walls up, but the gold is going to be pretty tough to secure. Vivy can have a safe wood line, but the berries and the gold, really rough. Were you curling or getting curled? I was watching. It was a world championship early rounds match. The sick thing about it is that they had like 4 sheets going at the same time, which was dope. You could watch 4 separate games. It was relaxing, dude. It was super cozy. You just grab a coffee. There was a nice old lady next to us that brought extra blankets for the people sitting beside her. She's like, "Are you cold?" I'm like, "No, I'm good." She's like, "Here, take a blanket." Okay, thank you. Did they yell hard? They always do, yeah. Everyone there was very respectful. It was very relaxing, man. I would suggest watching curling as a live sport. It's super dope. Okay, corner check. That's an interesting corner. Interesting. The corners on average in this map have been pretty good. That one's not great. That one's cool. It's like the Simba rock right there. Simba. Is curling the sport where there is a person with a brush in front of a stone? Yep. I love curling. Love it. How has DauT been playing? DauT, the games were turned so early that it's hard to say how DauT has really been playing so far. Vivy has been playing excellent. DauT made a few minor mistakes in that first game that lost him villagers early, which didn't look great. After that, it was all like he had to take an insane amount of risks to try and come back from that position. The second game was just an excellent strategy from Vivy that really paid off. And honestly, Vivy got very lucky. The second game, he got extremely lucky to find 4 sheep from DauT, and that just ruined DauT's early build. So it's tough to say, really. Like, you can look at the score line and the length of games and say, like, DauT played super bad, but if you actually think about it, I don't know what he's done super wrong so far, other than not pre-walling his villagers on the berries in game 1. Right? Or maybe he got a little bit greedy going out for the berries. Maybe he should have made the mill once he was in Feudal Age, so he could have a better timing on the men-at-arms. I really don't know. So DauT's decided to lumber camp here. That's surprising. I would have thought a lumber camp here would be better. But you can see he wants to wall in front of that gold. He's playing Vikings, so he's definitely going to go for the infantry first approach. At least I think so. But DauT also went up 17 pop in the second game. That's why he couldn't afford anything. No, it wouldn't have mattered. He would have been in the same spot if he goes up 17 pop, 18 pop, 19 pop. He went up 17 pop because he literally couldn't afford to keep making vills and still have the food to go up to Feudal Age. Because he didn't have any food under the TC. So even if he goes up later, then he's just like hard committed on the berries with no archer timing whatsoever. Vivy no loom? True. Super aggressive again from Vivy. Very fast timing. He could have placed farms. With what wood? His wood was being attacked by 2 militia. He barely had enough wood to make the barracks. He would have just been like sitting in Dark Age forever with no military whatsoever, just asking Vivy to kill him. Never figured Dave for being a DauT apologist. I mean, it's just like, it's just wishful thinking at that point, you know? You should have stayed longer in Feudal Age. You should have stayed until you were 24 vills in Feudal Age. It's like, doesn't make a difference, dude. Stable comes up for Vivy. No surprise there. He's walled to the wood line. And the infantry is coming forward from DauT. So there is a position for him to hit. And this is much easier to reinforce than the spot he was trying to hit on game number 1. And it's going to be really tough for those scouts to take out these men-at-arms. Assuming DauT can afford that. Which he probably can. If DauT actually sees that wall. He sees the wall and he's not going over here. He's going for the stable. He could kill the stable, potentially, with the men-at-arms. Vivy's getting some good early damage against that militia. Still no men-at-arms upgrade for DauT. So he's going to skip out on that altogether. Nope, he's getting it now. What on earth? Why go blind at men-at-arms without scouting Vivy even? He did scout him. Timings were all over the place there for DauT. That was bad. But there's still potential for him. I don't understand why he's not attacking this side. Why does he loop around and attack this side? I don't get it. He saw the berries and the wall, and that's an extended wall there. He can see the rug here, so he knows where the TC is. And there's a villager snipe from Vivy on the berries. He did get some good damage against the scouts, though, with his spearman. And another villager comes out this way. Wall's now going up on this side from DauT. He pulls the spearman away. I guess it's patrolling on this side. He's bringing it back now. And he should be able to chase these scouts away. Yep. As the militia loop around to this side. That's the biggest question mark for me. The lack of men-at-arms timing when he got up to Feudal Age and then going to this side of the base. It just seems very, very strange. Another villager snipe from Dude, I'm not even looking at your base, DauT. You shouldn't be losing vills like this. Those were like weak scouts, bro. I just assume he's not going to lose a vill against that. Okay, I'm going to be keeping an eye on Vivy's scouts now. He's got 3 of them. There's spearmen here. DauT should never lose a villager. He has wheelbarrow as well for his vills. And the spearman chases away. That's nice. Okay, good. So, Vikings do get wheelbarrow, which kind of mitigates the 2 villagers lost thus far. DauT's teammates are never going to let him live this set down. Dude, he's not dead yet. He's not dead yet. He got a hit on the scout. That's really good with the spearman. And tower again from Vivy. Playing safe. DauT not attacking the wall here. He's trying to bring his archers forward to help out with that. He sees the tower now from Vivy. Still tanking shots. Men-at-arms trying to chase after the skirmishers. And the archers are not coming forward. They're going back. They're going back. Viper was saying DauT is ill today. Okay. All right. So not the worst thing in the world for Vikings still. It's a good eco setup for Vivy. He's got the tower to protect his gold. We're going to have a decent amount of farms with wheelbarrow. He's lost 2 villagers. Still has to contend with this army, and now there's skirmishers there, so these vills need to get back to the TC quickly. Otherwise, Vivy's going to snipe them. And DauT is distracted with his main army against something else. He still doesn't see this. He's pulling the villagers away now. They have wheelbarrow. They should be able to get back to the town center safely. Not much protection over on this side, though, and DauT, once again, has to retreat with his army. Will he get there in time is the question. Just needs to, like, dodge some shots with the spearmen, delay the skirmishers, and then send the spearmen in with this main archer army to deal with the scouts from this side. Castle Age now on the way for Vivy. Really good Castle Age time there from him. What do Vikings do versus Hindustani hand cannon Hussar? That's what I was talking about at the beginning of the previous map. It's really a struggle for them. I mean, Hindustanis are great late game civ against almost any civ, but especially against Vikings. Bombard cannons, hand cannons, Hussar should be a problem. This is good, though. DauT's finding another army to clear up before Castle Age comes in. And if you're going to play Castle Age against Vikings with Hindustanis, you generally want, like, skirms, right? You want a big, massive skirms to prevent the archer play. And a lot of those skirms are dead. He's going to have to replace them. The scout's still running around. Vivy's still looking for opportunities to do damage. He's picking HP off of these villagers, and he'll come back later to try and snipe those. Why 75 stone for Vivy? Where did he tower? He towered on the gold. And it was a good tower. DauT takes the scout. Might lose another villager. He does. But he kills all of those scouts. And he's on the way to Castle Age. 786 wood in the bank for DauT. I don't think you want to spend all of it right away, because you still only have one wood line. You're going to have to find a way to lock down the rest of the map. But definitely think about how to spend the 700 wood that's just floating there. Wall half the map with it might be the play. You might need to boom up. Elite skirm on the way for Vivy. So DauT clearing up those 6 skirms on the other side. Really, really useful. He's getting as many kills as he can until Elite Skirm comes in. Bodkin Arrow is already in. And now DauT just trying to buy himself enough time to maybe get some walls up, maybe boom up a little bit here behind the lines. He's slowly getting his house walls. I don't know if he can see this cliff. He can now. Yeah, he couldn't see the cliff. That's why he was walling that way. It's a really tough fight to win. You got non-elite skirms and archers against elite skirm with Bodkin Arrow, but the least you can do is delay him until you get to Castle Age. The problem I'm seeing here for DauT is no production buildings but one archer range. So he just wants to boom. He just wants to add TCs. Handcart comes in for him automatically with Vikings. Castle Age is in now. He goes for Elite Skirm and Bodkin Arrow. And the Skirm army from Vivy is kind of trapped in here. DauT is still ahead on res collected. If DauT can clear this army up, he's actually not going to be in a horrific position. Because he'll have the second TC. He'll have a good farming setup. Vivy is on stone now. But couldn't immediately add that second town center when he got to Castle Age. So the eco will be ahead for DauT. Unfortunately for DauT, I think Vivy's interested in going Ghoulems. And Ghoulems will be tough. Then you'll have to add Knights. And then he goes into Camels. What do you add against Ghoulems? Maybe just full wall? Maybe more crossbows, but he's only got one range. Oof. Wall with defensive castle and go berserks. I don't know if he's got the time for that. Vivy is off stone. He goes for a second town center. Okay. So he's not hard committing Ghoulems then. Nice clear up here for DauT. He finds those. Not quite dead yet. We got some more skirms on the wood line. DauT's going to have to run away from that. Ballistics is coming in for Vivy. DauT is busy. It's going to pull the vills away, though. He only has one wood line currently because this one's been shut down. So until he clears this, he's going to have to go all the way back here, probably. And that's some real inefficiency for him. Handcart will help with the villager speed, but he goes back to the wood line? No. Onto the stone for DauT. There are civs who don't get siege tower. Are there? 2 more villagers snipe. Siege tower isn't even on here. All civs get siege tower. That's what I thought. Berserk Skirm is the best. It might be their best composition in the late game against Hindustanis, but getting there is going to be tough. He will have 14 on stone now. 55 villagers for Vivy, 59 villagers for DauT, with wheelbarrow and handcart. Vivy with some good micro over here, though. And with ballistics, he's winning these fights. DauT's just trying to keep his gold safe at this point. Double mangonel pushing forward from Vivy. So he went for the siege workshop. Monastery early again. And it is another 7 relic map. Yep. Another 7 relic map. So if he holds map control, Vivy can get all 7. That would be super sick for Hindustanis. Where does the castle go for DauT? Right here? Probably right here. On the hill. Still needs to lock down this area, though. And I don't know if he's getting that castle up. Okay, he sees the mangonels. He says, I can't get the castle on that hill. It's too risky. He's going to go for a defensive one back here. He should be able to delay these because Vivy doesn't see the castle. He should be able to delay these a little bit with the skirms. Castle's at 70%. It's going up. DauT dodging around these shots. Vivy doesn't even manage to kill a skirm. And the castle's up. And the mangonels will take damage from that immediately. 2 mangonels dead. The timing there was sick. The timing there works out for DauT. And here's a castle from Vivy. Vivy? Maybe copying DauT a little too hard here. Trying to go forward with this castle. There's no ballistics for DauT. The berserk is out, though. Can DauT deny this? I don't think so. The berserk's going crazy against the skirms. It's still at 70%. It felt like there might have been an opportunity there. If he had gone for a tower here, he could have 100% denied this. Like, if he just YOLO'd 10 villagers onto a tower right here, that castle would have been stopped. DauT still has a decent amount of gold. He's got a good farm eco. He's got to make sure his farms aren't within range of the castle, though. As Vivy loops around this way, he's going to try and assault this TC with the mangonel from the other side. Golems are coming out now from Vivy. Monks are taking chances from DauT. And a 3rd town center behind the scenes for Vivy. How quickly can DauT get up to Imp? I think it's almost at the point where you want to stall production a little bit. He has to go for a market now. He can buy some food. He can maybe sell some stone, although I think you would need another castle here, potentially. Maybe up on this hill. Something to protect this gold, potentially. Monks and skirms. So the monks take care of the berserks. The skirms take care of everything else. And it's a siege workshop from DauT. He has more farms at the back. He's going to have a lot of villagers on this wood line. This wood line's cut off. This wood line. Hard to justify taking this. And now siege tower coming out for DauT. Berserk's in a siege tower to come after these monks and the skirmishers and clear this area so he can still take the gold. He can still take the wood. But Vivy coming forward for another castle. The monk is in the way. The monk is in the way. Berserks need to get in there. House needs to be deleted. And here come the Zerks. There are golems here. for Vivy. There's a counter castle there for DauT. Can this castle be stopped? The Berserks pop out. One monk down right away. Back inside the siege tower. DauT wants to delay this as long as possible so his castle can go up first. Berserks are doing pretty good against the golems. DauT, target the Vils, target the Vils, target the Vils. He's targeting the Vils. 78, 79, 80, 82, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The Vils are being targeted. 89, 90. Is it a DauT castle for Vivy? It's a DauT castle for Vivy. He might be coming back. Imperial Age on the way for DauT. And it's coming in the TC behind the castle. Has to wait for Town Watch to come in first, but oh baby, that's exactly what DauT needed in this instance. He needed something to get the momentum back on his side, and with Imperial Age on the way and Vivy not going up to Imp anytime soon, he should be able to treb down this castle. He's going to deny this one for good, and the Berserks are going to push their way across the map. The Siege Tower Berserk play definitely worked out. We'll see if he can close this one out. It's still not GG completely. It's a big momentum swing for sure. He's got the score lead as well. It's really, really close. Berserks are probably going to find this gold over here. They might find the villagers near this TC. But that castle is just going to be a constant reminder for Vivy that he went a little bit too deep. He got a little too lost in the sauce, for sure. And he's still not clicking up to him. So at this point, any forward pressure is just going to buy him time to get his eco set up behind. He's on 4 TCs now, Vivy. Farm eco is looking solid. No second farm upgrade, no handcart, but still. 35 farms. Pretty good. And we talked about how good the Hindustanis are potentially in the late game in this matchup. Vivy just wants to get there. Feels like DauT's been going up to Imp for 15 years. 49 seconds left on the Imp timing. Golems and Cav Archers still pushing forward. Still have an exposed gold here for DauT, and he can't really take this stone either. So a third castle to lock down this area is kind of out of the picture. He is coming forward with his Berserks, though, so some more villager kills potentially for DauT. Do Arbs with unique tech outrange hand cannons with unique tech? Well, the unique tech doesn't give them range, right? It gives them +1 attack. So the Arbs have 5+4 and the hand cannons have 7+2. So it's the same range. All right, here come the Berserks. Bracer on the way, Ballistics on the way. Only one Treb so far. And DauT will get Arson. So one Treb is a bit unfortunate for him. Vivy's even going for some Armored Elephants. He's going to try and click up to Imp now. Hopefully he doesn't go up in this TC! Ah! Arson's in for DauT! Will Vivy be able to save this? Does he realize that's the Imp TC? DauT is hard committing to this. There's Cav Archers here. DauT, just stay put and go after this town center. It's definitely worth it, bro. It's definitely worth it. Moments of panic here for Vivy. He's losing more villagers here. I don't think the TC is going to be taken out. I think this TC is going to be fine. Oh, man. But, I mean, holy cow, Vivy. That was way too close. If only DauT waited for the last defense upgrade. I mean, he's still holding Vivy back, right? He held the army back. He killed a few Vils. He's buying himself some time. He's getting rid of this castle now. The second Treb was very late from DauT. Very, very late. He should have been producing Trebs from both of these castles right away. Still going to take out this castle from Vivy. But, could have been down already a long time ago. Elite Berserk. So it's Berserk Skirm from DauT. His eco is looking decent. 46 on food. Vivy's eco looking fantastic as well. 35 on food. With handcart. 25 on gold. 108 villagers. And he's got a decent ball of Cav Archers. Chemistry should be the first tech I think he goes into here. Doesn't have any armor techs for his cav. So keep that in mind. It'll take him a while to get into those Hussar raids we were talking about. But Bracer coming in for him. Chemistry on the way for Vivy as well. Elite Berserk is in. Those will help a little bit, but they still get cleared up. DauT trying to go for more woodline access. Pushing back the villagers over here, and he's taking out that castle, and he's on the stone. So he can access the stone. He can get back on this woodline again. This one's almost chopped through. This one's looking a little weak. So any wood access whatsoever for DauT is really, really solid at this point. But the cav archers are coming over here, and DauT doesn't have the skirms. That TC is going to be denied. This gold is going to be raided by Vivy. DauT's going to hope that his skirmishers can take care of business over on this side. Meanwhile, he's pushing forward with the berserks over here. There's 5 relics in that monastery. That's quite forward for Vivy. DauT would love a castle right here. He would absolutely love one. But I think he might end up going for one out here or one over on this side, potentially. Still not an easy army for Vivy to clear up. He needs the cav archers involved against these berserks. They heal over time. You can't beat them with just light cav, especially with no armor upgrade even. Gotta have the cav archers back to do something against those. And DauT will indeed go forward with a castle here to secure the gold. I'd love to see stone walls over here from DauT. That would be really, really good. If you're playing Vikings against Hindustanis, you want to limit the amount of raiding that he can do to you, because you don't have the mobility to respond to it. So like Stonewall here would be fantastic. If you get stone walls up across the map over here, it could be really good too. Castle found. Castle found from Vivy, and here's the skirms along with the berserks this time. Might be able to delay it. I don't think he can deny it with this many cav archers from Vivy, but he can delay it for sure. I need to see those stone walls from DauT, man. Gotta see those stone walls. Or something. Might want to lock down the map with just castles. But if you can keep everything focused in the middle, I think you have better timings on your techs coming in. There's an opportunity for you to actually push Vivy back. Not a great fight for DauT over on this side, but he bought himself some more time. And look at this! Berserk's just coming forward, supporting the Trebs. Vivy is cut off of the gold. Skirmishers coming forward to deal with the cav archers. And the first bombard cannon is going to go down. The Trebs are still behind this. And DauT will go for another castle over on this side to secure this stone. And potentially stop any raids coming in from this angle. 3 more Trebs in the queue. So DauT's planning on having 7 Trebs. He'll really want to deny these relics coming back in, but Vivy already has the monastery there, and he's just going to slowly move them a little bit further back. Maybe siege rams? Could think about siege rams. He's got 52 on food. It's a really solid eco for DauT. Shouldn't be that hard. I think at the moment, though, the push is kind of working, right? He's limiting the cav archer numbers with the skirms. If the cav archers aren't there, then the berserks are going crazy. Still no hand cannons for Vivy either. Like, if the cav archers aren't here, the berserks are absolutely murdering everything else that Vivy is making. And here come the Trebs with more berserks and more skirms. This is the key to the early Imperial Age with Vikings. You take advantage of the fact that your eco is likely much better than your opponent's. You can see DauT has 5,000 more res collected. And then you push forward with Trebs. You push forward with skirms. You have the berserks. This is a sick recovery in this game from DauT. And there's the GG from Vivy. Oh, man, it looks so bad for DauT. It looks so bad for him there. He ends with 44 berserks. And how did he turn it around? With a DauT castle from Vivy. DauT castle wins him the game. One way or the other. It ends the game. And it's 2-1 now for Vivy. It was a rough start for DauT, man. His men-at-arms upgrade was late. He never got the range follow-up to help out. He lost, what, 2 villagers early against the scouts because Vivy was picking those off. Never did any damage to Vivy's eco, really. Until Imperial Age, I think. Really solid, though. Let's see how Vivy recovers now. KD in DauT's favor, eco in DauT's favor, especially the food. Vivy got more relic gold there, which was nice, but the monastery obviously being forward is unfortunate. And I'm surprised that Vivy, even with the skirmishers there, I'm surprised he went so heavy into cav archers. If he had, instead of going cav archers, teched into like the cav armor, and then once he got to imp, he got the final cav armor, and then got chemistry and went hand cannons light cav, I think he might have been able to hold a little bit better, but cav archers kind of forces you to keep investing into them and never make that switch. Will you go to Red Bull? Yeah, I'm going to Red Bull. Yeah, I'll be there. That's sick, though. So DauT's back in it. And he takes that win with the Vikings of all civs against Hindustani. So 2-1 is the scoreline. The potential for the reverse sweep is there. Dude, how early did Tristan end his stream today? When did he start? Where's Red Bull this time? London, England. Early? 8 a.m.? Wow. Because I see her on Spec Dashboard. He's queuing up against another dude. He's playing against the 1900, and he's 2.4K.
Fuck you all. Your lives are so sad I get a charity tax break just for hanging out with you.
Will you cast the rest of the KOTD?
I'm going to cast as much as I can. I haven't been feeling super well recently, so if I have one of those days, then I'm probably not going to stream like yesterday. T90 is the same elo as DauT? Yeah. The difference there is that T90 plays the ladder every single day and DauT plays it. I don't know when DauT plays it. He's not smurfing. That's not smurfing. Smurfing is being under a different name. Having the system match you up with someone 600 points below you is not smurfing. You and Tristan should cast Red Bull in the tall black hairy hats that British guards wear. How are we supposed to wear our headsets if we do that? Over? I don't think they adjust that far, dude. Under? I want to see a headset over one of those. That'd be great. AirPods. You generally try to avoid in live events anything that is like receiving and giving out a signal. Sometimes you do it for like the roving interviews and stuff like that. But if you're at the casting booth, you want to have a wired setup if possible. Less mistakes happen. You don't have to rely on things like batteries.
Dave, I have to go to a black tie wedding this weekend, so I bought a tuxedo online. Turns out, I somehow bought a velvet tuxedo by accident.
Do it. Rock it. Just rock it. Apex. Don't answer any questions. Just show up. Pretend like it's completely normal. That could be your new smoking jacket, Apex. People used to have smoking jackets. All right, that's a good corner. That one's underwhelming. This one's really cool. And that one's really good, actually, too. We've got DauT playing as Jurchens, Vivy playing as Japanese. We got the double J's here. Let's see if DauT can Jurch it. Wow, what a base for Vivy. Holy cow. I mean, if DauT wants to go fast castle, he can definitely make it happen with this base. It's going to be difficult with the berries there, but look at Vivy's base. The berries are forward. The gold is in a super safe spot. Very wallable on the sides. And Vivy's likely to play into aggression here with Japanese. DauT is... Well, I don't know what the plan is for Jurchens. You could still go... Like, their scouts are good, right? 25% faster attack. And they do get bloodlines. Their castle age is obviously good with fire lancers. And their food doesn't decay, so their early eco is going to be really solid. I just think the transitional play from the Japanese is a little bit better. DauT's lamed a goat. That's good. That's some revenge for game number 1. Can I explain why the bottom corner is the best? The bottom corner isn't the best. It's just interesting. This corner is the best, for sure. You could have a pool party. You have a rock climbing gym. You've got religious artifacts. You have sand dunes, birds, everything, dude. All right, what do we think the opening is for DauT? A lot of people have tried to play super gimmicky with Jurchens. You go like fast castle into fire lancer or grenadier right off the rip. Against Japanese, though, like Japanese are going to punish you if you do that. He's just going to be on your ass with men-at-arms. Would you do a corner review if I send you a T90 clip? No. Don't Jurchen step have some bonus? Faster attacking, 25%. And they receive minus 50% friendly fire damage. If you're in the habit of shooting your own step lancers with mangonels or gunpowder units. Alright, so DauT is going out to the berries. Generally, this would indicate a scout push. He still hasn't taken this boar back here, and Vivy actually came forward and stole one of the goats. DauT doesn't see the boar. He's gonna find it. Okay, there we go. He's still waiting for Vivy to come take this, too. So it's 2 militia coming forward right away from Vivy. And that boar is fucking... That's a brutal boar for Vivy. And Vivy must know the scout is over here. Because he's not coming out for it. It's like forward, kind of behind a wood line. DauT needs to lame that boar? I don't think so. As long as you deny it coming in, you're essentially laming it without losing the HP. Like, you just wait for the village. You always wait for the villager to get out here. There we go. Loom is in for Vivy. DauT's going to let him know that the scout is there, so I don't know if Vivy can take this in. Vivy is attacking the berries with the militia. DauT is still looking to lame this villager on the boar. And if he's laming this villager, Vivy's very distracted, and he can't really do anything with this army. DauT can actually try and wall that in if Vivy's trying to, like, get this boar back to his town center. Without that boar as well, the transitional time here for Vivy, it's going to be a disaster, right? He has to add farms. I think he would have liked to be on the way up to feudal age by now. And DauT has his eye on this. Vivy's busy with the militia. And he's going to stall out the boar. DauT's going to get to Feudal Age really quickly here in 15 seconds, and Vivy can't take that. And Vivy is stuck in the Dark Age, bro. He's killed a villager from DauT. He killed a villager because DauT was distracted on the other side. So that's nice damage from Vivy, but he is stuck in the Dark Age. And DauT now has an opportunity to add some Feudal Age army. That scout goes down. That's really nice from him. That boar's gonna be dead soon, bro. DauT has a Feudal Age scout now. Vivy is still stuck in the Dark Age because he can't take this boar in. Another villager coming out from him. Wood upgrade on the way for DauT. Vivy needs to stall that out. DauT trying to kill a villager. Faster attacking. He dodges the first shot. He gets the villager, but he loses the scout. Still a massive delay. Massive delay. He's still in the Dark Age. And this is not part of the plan for Vivy. He just needs to full wall because he needs to defend against DauT here. DauT did lose a villager, which is unfortunate. Scouts are coming out. Honestly, if he scouts the extent of the walls and sees the late castle or it's late Feudal Age time for Vivy, I wouldn't mind a tower. I think a tower would be really, really good for DauT. Food not expiring is also excellent for him, which means the boar is still there. The only problem with the tower is that his eco is so weak, but unfortunately for DauT, he doesn't see the berries over here, so he doesn't know what kind of value he could have got with that. He could have denied the wood and the berries and pushed through the wall with the tower. Good set so far? Not really, to be honest. Is there a hole besides the gate? I don't think so. No, there's not. Okay, so the archer range is up for DauT. Feudal Age is coming in for Vivy. Even with such a late Feudal Age, he can't go up to Castle Age because the boar was so delayed. I might think about it and just walling behind this, but with the range units coming out from DauT, it's going to be really difficult. Is there another set today? There's 2 more sets today. Archer range would upgrade for Vivy. So DauT is unable to take advantage of the very slow Feudal Age. Stop fucking adding me. Tree, I'm gonna literally ban you, bro. Stop it. It's good for chemical, but stop fucking adding me, dude. It's so annoying. I asked you like 10 times already, brother. Sorry. Bantry. I'm tempted, dude. I'm super tempted. Archer's coming forward. Fletching is on the way. The berries are going to be gone. And some of the farms are going to need to be reseeded soon. From Vivy. He did manage to get horse collar, though. So he stayed longer in the Dark Age, got the walls up. Follow-up wasn't there from DauT. But now he's got the scouts and he's got some archers. Slowly trying to pressure the way through the wall. Skirmishers on the way from Vivy. Isn't Tree your friend? Yeah, he's my friend. He's also a chatter that I asked to stop adding me consistently over the last 3 or 4 streams. And he hasn't. I'll ban him too. Okay. Oh, I thought that was a hole for a second. I thought he got bamboozled. There's no way in there for DauT. Scout's still pressuring. Fletching is on the way here. For Vivy. Can he defend this area? I think he can. With the skirmishers and the archers up on the hill, I think he can. The eco for DauT behind this. Still decent, although Vivy is 2 villagers ahead right now. Because of some idle TC time for DauT. Res collected is really even. And a villager sniped. Gotta be careful walling behind this. Vivy can't quite get it done. He lost the archer over here, and the scouts and the archers are going to go in. Nice pressure from DauT. Really, really nice stuff. And on the backside, he's going for complete house wall. This looks like Dogao over here. And a market. So his base is slowly being secured. He's going to have that market. A little bit of versatility if he wants to hit a really good castle each time. Unfortunately for him, he is taking shots from the tower, and he's going to retreat now with the archers. But he did get a couple more villager kills. And he weakened some of the range units from Vivy. So the damage is done. Plus, he forced out the tower. Like, that's not bad at all for DauT. He still has his stone. Vivy does not. He's killed 3 villagers. I don't think Vivy can push out here. And he knows that Vivy's likely not on the way to Castle Age yet because of the investment that he's made. Food count is looking solid for DauT. Did he sell his stone? He sold his stone and he bought food. Okay. That's why. Now he's selling 300 wood. He's buying some more food. He's idling his TC, and he should be able to click up soon. Oh, baby! It's a nice game from DauT. I mean, the first villager loss was potentially avoidable, but if you think about what he was doing when he lost that villager to the militia, we were looking over here. He was laming the boar. And that just ruined everything for Vivy, honestly. The feudal age time was so late. And now Vivy is producing from 2 archer ranges. He's slowly building his res bank to the point where he can click up, but he has no stone to sell because DauT forced the tower. And he's forced to try and push forward here. Unfortunately, DauT is not walled this way. Should have been really simple for him to do so. He's kind of opened the door for Vivy to potentially get some damage. Denying a couple farms. Walking in from this direction. Doesn't have stone for a tower, but he will be able to move this army back and potentially protect these vills. These villagers now coming home. He'll drop a mining camp with those, and all of his army needs to be over here because Vivy is coming in. And Vivy knows where the gold is. Good positioning from DauT. He's got the scouts here. He's got the army. He's about to hit Castle Age. He snipes another archer. And I don't think the push is really possible for Vivy. The best he could do is maybe kill these. They will decay if he kills them with his military. Elite Skirm crossbow. Vodka arrow. Could go Fire Lancers, could go Grenadier. But I mean, if you just play this game standard with the lead that you currently have after clearing this army, I don't think you need to go into any gimmick units. I think you can probably just keep making crossbows, maybe some skirms. The question is whether he wants to go for forward siege here. Jurchens do get rocket carts, so that might be very tempting for him. And this is a really good position to push from. Why the skirm upgrade? That's a question. I don't really have the answer to that. I guess he's thinking it's going to be cav archers maybe for Vivy against crossbows, so he wants to counter to that. But he didn't confirm cav archer. How is Vivy still that much ahead in bills? Because he's spent more time in the ages previously, and DauT has 1 minute and 13 seconds of idle TC 10. So DauT's going to catch up a little bit as Vivy goes up to Castle Age, and as he snipes these villagers. DauT has come in! So his whole army is in here, but what can Vivy do about it? Not a lot! DauT! With the dive under the TC, we've got a few archers here. DauT should be able to deal with that. He's going cav archers. Remember, 25% faster attack speed for Jurchens. And it's a siege workshop forward from DauT. Villagers are dying. Farms are being denied. Woodline is being threatened. This is the best game for sure of the series so far for DauT. Vivy's going to have to try and clear this army up, and then he's going to have to figure out a solution to the rocket cart Cav Archer composition in the center. And DauT is just pushing in. And Vivy is constantly trying to rewall behind. Scorpion is here. Can the scouts get in on time is the question. DauT doesn't want to sit in this little choke point against the Scorpion, that's for sure. We only have one archer somewhat forward for Vivy. And he can't even leave his base. Even if he wants to go for the raids with the Cav Archers, he's going to have to go all the way around this way. DauT's base may be open, but he's controlling the pathway through the center here. That is not a fantastic fight for DauT. He takes out one Scorpion at the cost of like 5 crossbows and 4 scouts. It's not good for him at all, but still getting damage on this side. Cav Archers now indeed coming out this way. It is time for DauT to wall. Vivy could definitely bring himself back into this game with some good raids. And we'll see if DauT has vision on this. He doesn't have Town Watch. He's got some skirms over here. But Vivy is heading in with 6 Cav Archers. Still a risk here, though, for Vivy. Does get a really good snipe on that rocket cart. Cav Archers are coming in. No ballistics for DauT. And the Cav Archers are going to get in on the wood line with the skirms chasing after them. And the gold is there, too. Vivy's begging his Cav Archers, please hit, please hit, please hit, please hit your shots. I need something. House Palisade. Another villager dead. He's trying to run through with these Cav Archers. It's a good raid from Vivy, but DauT will clear it up. Vivy's probably going to get one more villager here. Yeah. Maybe might get one more. There's still a weak one there, DauT. DauT wants to clear that up. Main army from DauT, the Cav Archers coming over to this wood line. They could find some damage there. Ballistics now on the way for Vivy. No more rocket carts for DauT, and still a ton of wood in the bank. He's going to put that into farms. So let's look at the game state here for Vivy. The eco is not looking fantastic. He's behind on army, but his army is going to have better upgrades. DauT is now trying to even out the upgrades, going for the university, wants ballistics. But the Cav Archers are here at precisely the right moment. And DauT will have to pull away. He can finish this easily, though. Meanwhile, he says, I got this. Vivy wasn't paying attention. DauT was. There's potential to lose more villagers back there, but it doesn't happen. Japanese CA have the bonus damage, but Jurchen CA fire 25% faster. So it should kind of even out over the course of a long battle. And there's the third TC for DauT. Second town center just now going up for Vivy. 61 vills against 52. This set's starting to turn around. DauT's starting to feel a little bit better about himself, maybe. Cav Archers will get up here. There's a couple weak villagers there. And they're definitely within range. That's one villager dead. Ballistics is in. 2 villagers dead. TC will go up for Vivy as he tries to stretch forward for another attack here. But with ballistics, I don't think DauT's going to be as worried about this army as he was. He'll lose 3 extra villagers. And the Mangonel is forward from Vivy, and that's a good fight for Vivy. The army is still back here for DauT. It's not helping against this, and DauT isn't pulling the villagers away either. So that's what, 3 more villager kills for Vivy? That's really nice counter damage. DauT gets 3 vills on the raid on the TC. Vivy comes back and gets like 5 or 6. With this raid, DauT's now coming back with his Cav Archers trying to meet up. Vivy is not in a horrible spot right now. Especially since he has the second armor upgrade advantage over DauT. And it's kind of making a big difference right now. After all this, Vivy has a better eco KD. Yep. But DauT was faster to the extra town centers. Which is why there's a 10 villager lead. DauT just needs to start locking things down. And he's thinking about it. He's on stone right now. He almost has enough for a castle. Does he do it? I mean, it's DauT. Was there ever a question? That's an excellent castle position. If he can support it. Where are the cav archers? They're all the way over here. And the skirmisher is there too. So DauT might be able to stop this from happening. He doesn't have +2 armor on the skirm. Cav archers now coming forward from Vivy. Mangonel on the way for Vivy. DauT is attacking a barracks for some reason. He's got the cav archers here still though. And the castle should go up. Maybe. Potentially. 73. Takes out the Mangonel, and without the Mangonel, Vivy can't deny this, right? Surely Vivy can't deny this. Nice hard commit onto that Mangonel from DauT. He lost another villager back here, but it's fine. The castle goes up. And now the archer range kind of underneath that castle. It's hard to produce from there and keep the units alive. Villagers died on the farms as well. Gold is denied from Vivy. This gold at the back, running out quickly. Only 800 left on that. And the woodline is still exposed over here. Vivy's going for Thumb Ring again. This is the third game in the series where Vivy has gotten Thumb Ring for his cav archers. In the castle age. This could be some big damage. And look at this. He needs to delete all the farms at the front because the castle keeps killing. 15 to 17 eco KD. Still in favor of Vivy. But overall villager count 83 to 69 in favor of DauT. The rocket cart's doing good damage from DauT, clearing up the whole front side of this base. Difficult times here for Vivy, right? He just goes on to stone now as well.
Let's go DauT.
So if he... What the fuck is DauT? Tiramis, thank you for the 20 months. If he wants to stop this and potentially push that castle back, he's going to need a defensive castle of his own. And he's going to need Imperial Age. And both of those are looking pretty far away at the moment as DauT gets up on the hill. +2 armor has been a big difference maker in these fights. And Vivy has Thumb Ring as well, but DauT just had the numerical advantage and he clears up that whole army. And I think, folks, we're going to a game 5. And DauT hasn't even used his best player in the world games either. I don't know if he's even used one of them. This was a pretty good game, but it's not peaked out for sure. He's slacked off a little bit on the cav archer production, though, and Vivy's starting to get some damage. He's got some weak ones in there. Skirmisher's now in the queue from DauT. When the skirms come to play, Vivy will need to back away. That's what I always say. Nice snipe on the Mangonel. More villagers dying. Vivy has no forward army. Vivy's trying to go for a TC out here. He's run out of the gold at the back. This is a critical position for him. If DauT wins these fights, and DauT sees that he's TC'd on that gold, he knows where the other secondary gold is. This is right here. Very easy hard commit onto this with a castle or units or a tower or something. I think what DauT needs to do, though, maybe, is bring at least one rocket card over to help against this fight. He's finally getting the +2 armor, which would make the skirms a lot better. But Vivy still has much better upgrades than him. Like, he's got Thumb Ring. So trying to fight this with equal numbers of CA is difficult. +2 armor is in. Skirmishes became a lot harder for these cav archers to kill. And DauT has indeed brought a rocket card over. That's sick. Oh, and he snipes it with the shot from the skirmisher. The mangonel goes down. Another archery range for DauT. 11 skirms in the queue. I think if he has a moment to breathe here, he probably tries to go up to Imp. With a forward castle, that would feel really nice, right? Bracer would be great. Cav archers now showing up on the wood line. DauT still knows they're over there. He goes for the quick house to stop these from coming in. He can afford to lose a ton of villagers. As long as he clears this army. Gets rid of any forward pressure from Vivy, he's going to be fine. And here comes the rocket carts and the skirmishers. This is the pressure I talked about. He saw Vivy was on the gold. From his POV, that means that Vivy must be off of this one. Or at least close. And he knows he has control over this, too. DauT is also scouting this side as well. So you got to look for any neutral golds that might be over here. He might find the wood line. Ooh, that would be disgusting if he does. Why doesn't DauT wall? He's lazy. 16 cav archers in the queue from DauT. Unqueue 10 of those. Go up to Imp. Please. They'll get onto the field quick. He's got 6 archer ranges. More outposts on the other side. He wants to track these armies from Vivy. Vivy again coming forward. He keeps trying to sneak armies out. He wants to distract DauT. He wants to kill as many villagers as he can. Buy himself some time to maybe get up to Imp. But still 0 on gold for Vivy. There's not going to be any follow-up cav archers. There's nothing on gold. He's selling everything to try and click up. DauT is now on the way to Imperial Age after handcart potentially. And Vivy calls the GG. 2 straight wins for DauT. That was his best game of the series for sure. I really like the lame on the boar. It's good situational awareness from him. And Vivy just had to stay in Dark Age. And that just ruined his entire game plan. He probably wanted to go to Militia, as we've seen so often. To Militia, into click up to Feudal Age, 2 more, and then into Men-at-Arms. But instead he had a 2 Militia Drush into a 27 pop Feudal Age. Oh, shit. Sorry. Sorry. I marked that down for Vivy. Wrong button. There we go. Dang, dude. Res collected advantage in favor of DauT. KD in favor of Vivy. DauT is dominating the APM meter on this series. And DauT hasn't even used his best player in the world games. Hasn't even used them. He's still got those in the tank. So I think if you're Vivy here, you're getting a little bit nervous. Vivy still has Italians was his third. Italians. Still has Italians. DauT still has Celts, Gajaras, and Malians. Vivy does have Burgundians as well and Slavs. Would you go Fast Castle Castilier in a game 5? I think Vivy would try. I've seen him do it many times. That strat. Game 5 is a little bit of a different animal because there's a lot of pressure here, but maybe? Is this a best of 5? Yep. Malians will clap off. All? Maybe. I want to see Celts. I think Celts is more of a pick for like games early in the set. Or maybe that's just a mind game thing. I don't know. I feel so comfortable in this stream. Be careful. Don't get too comfortable. All right, Malians, Italians. Italians for Vivy, Malians for DauT. What's the crown and skull means? The crown means that that player won with that civ, and the skull means they lost with that civ. So Vivi's lost with Hindustanis, Japanese. He's won with Magyars, Persians, for example. What's our ad timing looking like before we get into game 5? Would hate for an ad to disrupt. Okay, we got an hour. Nice. Hour before pre-rolls come around. That's perfect. I could run another one, though. What do you guys feel about like a casual 10-minute ad break? You want to rack it up and see how many ads we can stack? You have a 50 ad queue? Tantron, welcome back. Thanks for the 48. I wonder how many ads you can stack. What's the record for that? How many, for anyone who actually gets ads, I haven't gotten an ad on Twitch since I got Turbo like 3 years ago. What's the most you've seen in the queue? Eight? 6? 12? 12 is crazy. 12 is obscene. All right. Malians for DauT. Vivy playing Italians. Italians was the third civ pick for Vivy, and honestly, I haven't seen many people picking them. Maybe Vivy's just super comfortable with them. You can get good transitions. They're very adaptable civ. You can open scouts, you can open men-at-arms, you can open archers without really sacrificing anything. Vivy's got 2 wood lines, one on either side. There's a somewhat safe secondary gold back here, and safe berries at the back, but the gold is pretty open.
Game 5 Davao Rob.
DauT has himself a good base, especially if he sees this wood line at the back. Don't know if he spotted that. He didn't. He doesn't know that there's like the giga wood back here. It's 15k wood back there. If he wants to wall this one off, I mean, he could wall like that. And then to the gold like this early on. And then you just have your berries out there all alone. Because let's be honest, that berry bush is hideous. Or he could go for a bigger wall as well. I got hit with a 9 ad, and then 5 minutes later got hit with an 8 ad stack once. Damn, dude. Did you purchase any of the products? They were trying to fully consumerize you. Good board timing here. Ibex gets fully taken. DauT brings that boar in. No food rot time on the sheep or anything like that. Vivy also pushing in the deer. And a decent start for him. I like the base from DauT better, for sure. The base from Vivy isn't, like, horrible. But the gold is going to be an issue, for sure. And the berries are an issue, too. Is there legit only 2 tickets left for the London event? I have no idea. I hope if you wanted to go, you've already got your tickets. And don't ask me, because I'm looking for tickets for like 10 people already, and it's not looking good. All carpets from Vivy on one side? True. Well, there's this one over here. Do tickets make the event profitable? No, the tickets aren't. No, they'll make a little bit of money off the tickets, but they're not looking to like break even on this event. That's not the strategy behind it for Red Bull. They get a significant amount of money from World's Edge, Microsoft, for running the tournament and for the prize pool and whatnot. And that is a super unfortunate de-aggro from the Ibex, but he can shoot it and push it back in. They're just looking for branding. I think they get like 100K from tickets. How much were tickets? I don't know if they're getting 100K. They only, basically, like, if they could give away the tickets for free and have everyone there being hype and everything like that, and we're guaranteed that everyone would show, they would. Like, they would have done it for the previous Red Bulls as well. But the unfortunate reality is when you give stuff away for free, people just get them right away, and then they don't show up. And then you have a half-empty arena. When people have to pay for something, they're more responsible about showing up. May seem stupid. What are the red markings around the TC? They're mats. So these are around the TCs in this map, as DauT is actually not going for the early push with the infantry. Maybe he might queue up militia now. But he went for the mill first, and the walls, like the way I described them. And it's militia from Vivy instead. So it'll be an archer range from DauT. This is how he's chosen to lock down the base. There's still vulnerabilities here on the berries. He'll need to get another wall there. I think the best position for Vivy to push, though, if DauT gets the wall up here, the best position for him to push is probably over here.
Halfway to double digits, yay.
Yeah, the carpets around the TC, as I was saying before I got rudely distracted by the game. Oh, down. The carpets around the TC are for the enemies who are scouting. It indicates that the town center is there. So they have time to pull away. Because a lot of times running your scout into the TC is just you being unlucky. And sometimes there's no indicators, like there's not a straggler tree on that side of the town center, so you don't know, and then you just lose your scout and the whole game is impacted. Ragumi, thank you for the 2 months. Let's go Vivy. All right, we got a Vivy fan in here.
Let's go Vivy.
DauT is doing the right thing with a scout. If you're ever getting like men-at-arms push like this, and you're trying to mass up your archers, or range units, or skirms, or whatever, at a high enough level anyway, you should always send your scout instead of trying to fight this army, because you're always going to lose that battle. You're just going to lose valuable HP. You should have your scout in between your bases on the path that the reinforcements are going to take. So it delays that follow-up, and it gives you more time to build range units behind. And that's a really nice play from DauT. That's really, really good from him. Now, he can do this because he's a really good player. And he can remember to come check back on his scout once in a while. It might be a little bit harder for people at lower levels, but it's still a good idea. How big is the venue for Red Bull? I think the final days have a 5,000 seats or something. 4,000. Okay. Nothing doing early. Men-at-arms pressure didn't really do that much here for Vivy. But the scout is still full HP, and the men-at-arms are pretty fast now. So DauT will need to retreat from that. He should pull the archer behind the skirms here. He's going to lose that archer right away. Yeah, that's a nice snipe for Vivy. Still, DauT's on gold. He can queue up some more. Vivy still doesn't feel comfortable enough to push forward off of this. What round is this? Round of 32. Vivi's farm placement. It's nice, isn't it? Is that optimal? Feels optimal. I think it is. All right, wall's coming up over here for Vivy. He finally does stretch forward with his army. He knows DauT isn't likely to be making scouts because he's gone full skirm here, and he knows the scout from DauT is weak, so he doesn't need a spearman to accompany this. Both scouts at low HP. I'd love to see them just auto-scout this. DauT's keeping that over there, so he has a heads up for his villager that's building the market. I think Vivy will auto-scout this. There's not much more use for that guy. And DauT pulls him away now as Vivy comes back to the berries again. Should be fine, though. Good farm eco setup from DauT. We're going to have 10 farms. Wotan, thank you for the 4 months. And for the 5 gifted. Let's go, dude. Thank you. If you got gifted a sub today, make sure you thank the gifter. Saving you from the ads. From all of the ads. Resources for both players looking solid. Vivy should be able to click up first. Again, he's gone for a tower. I think he's made a tower on the gold every single game. And I don't mind it, to be honest. Play safe. But he should be up first because it's cheaper for Italians. Unless DauT heavily uses the market, which he's also done every single game. And now he's up with forward pressure as well. Tower is here, garrison with archers. DauT's trying to avoid that one. And he almost loses the archer, but he'll find his way back around this way. However, Vivy has already walled it. Imagine DauT dives here. That'd be crazy, right? Well, lube me up and call me crazy, baby, because here comes DauT squeezing his way past the town center from Vivy. Vivy does not house wall in time. Awfully complacent here. And that's some villager kills. I just had a feeling DauT might dive there. And indeed he did, and that was good game sense from him because Vivy was definitely not expecting it. He kind of like walked back towards the goal, like he faked them out. He did a little pump fake, and then he just went right through. If Vivy had gotten that house, it's unit kills, right? DauT loses his archers maybe to the town center fire, but instead he's just through. He kills 2 villagers, forces these ones around. Vivy will be collecting a little bit of stone, maybe trying to get that second town center. And now Vivy's going to have problems on the wood line. And before he does anything with the early castle age units, he has to take care of this army at home. Lube is for the weak, says Tree. Okay. All right, dude. Jesus. All right, stable coming up from DauT. Here comes the army forward from Vivy. That's going to be crossbows soon. He doesn't take care of this. So these are going to have bodkin arrow, and they're going to be elite scrims. And this woodline is going to face some problems. If DauT were to just sit here, it would be an issue. The army's being real sneaky from Vivy, though. This is really, really sneaky. This could be really bad for DauT. He's only going to have fletching on this because he can't afford bodkin arrow. He's trying to go for the knights. And DauT is actually on the gold. So bodkin arrow is still a ways away, but this is a dangerous army here. Crossbow with fletching. DauT loses 1. DauT loses 2. DauT loses 3. Almost loses a 4th. 3 villagers lost. Meanwhile, DauT still killing villagers over here. He's got a knight that's come forward as well. He's killed 3 villagers over on this side. 1 went down on the berries, 2 on the farms. Delayed the gold as well, so a nice little counter raid here from Vivy. But the skirmishers are there to chase the crossbows away. And DauT managed to get some damage of his own. 37 vills for DauT, 36 villagers for Vivy. Significantly ahead on the res collected for DauT. Oh my, what a turnaround. What a turnaround in this set. From where we were after game 2. Holy moly. Vivy's still gaming. Camel comes out from DauT. These knights are these knights are so frail. They just want to take care of this skirm, but they can't because the camel is there. Crossbow's coming back to the gold again. So Vivy keeps his presence forward. But the university is going up for Malians, and remember, that tech flies in. Ballistics just flies in here with them. It's gonna be like a 20-second upgrade or something like that. 30-second, maybe. DauT is missing 3 gold. He's missing 3 gold for ballistics. Or no. 13 gold. It's 175, not 165. Holy cow. That's so annoying. Vivy needs to find a new woodline. He has. But he doesn't want to put all, like, 17 vills on one lumber camp over here. So he's trying to keep some over here. Ballistics is coming in super quickly for Malians. And the skirmishers are forward here, pushing the knights away. Both of those are extremely weak. The crossbows can't do anything against the +2 skirms. Ballistics is in for DauT. The presence is still felt forward. And Vivy actually might lose villagers on the woodline. Yeah, she's dead. Long-range javelin throw there. Another villager dead on the farms. 8-3 eco KD for DauT. Oh my goodness, Vivy. What has happened? And now Vivy might lose more villagers on the woodline over here. I think DauT shouldn't even try for that scorpion. Just snipe the villagers. There's one. Number 2 incoming. He got him. He got him. And more skirmishers coming forward. DauT dodges away. Vivy needs a hero. He absolutely needs a hero, Mangonel. Meanwhile, on the other side, skirmishers still going crazy. DauT's trying to micro down this scorpion at the back, and Vivy is trying to push forward again, but the skirms are here. The skirms are waiting. Another knight comes out here from Vivy. This time he's actually going to clear the skirmishers. And it's going to die to the skirm as well. All right, DauT, are you feeling it right now? Is DauT feeling it? Is he going to challenge that Mangonel with these skirms if he sees it? It's a second town center for him because he's lost track of the crossbows. He's going to build that with 8 villagers, and he's going to hope that it's up on time, and I think it will be. Once again, though, comes back to the woodline. They're all weak. They're all weak from before. That's another villager killed. That's number 11. DauT sniped from Vivy. 12. And denied off of the woodline. Mangonel coming out here from DauT! Could have been such sick timing, and it is! It's a huge attack round from DauT. Another big one from DauT. Crossbow's getting weaker and weaker. Knight is coming forward from Vivy. Will this Mangonel be the hero that he needs? He somehow didn't take any damage from that shot. As DauT kills 3 more crossbows. Skirmishers also killing the reinforcements behind. And DauT is absolutely gaming right now. He's absolutely gaming right now. He takes out the Mangonel. Can he save this one? No! But he kills the knight. Where are the skirmishers? They're forward here. DauT has 450 stone. 59 villagers for him. Still has skirmishers at the back. And he could easily kill 2 villagers here. Easily. As these crossbows look for damage back here. I think Vivy knows he's kind of cooked here, but he's gonna play on. Okay, DauT, are we feeling it? Are we feeling it? He's not feeling it. He's not feeling it. Vivy trying to micro crossbows against +2 skirms. Not working out. No second town center for Vivy. Feels like he needs to play just army, I guess. And yeah, the skirms come in. They snipe the villager at the back here. There's another one that's super weak. Chris Morgan, thank you for the 5 gifted. Appreciate it, dude. Holy cow. Holy cow. What a recovery. And another villager sniped. So that's 4 villagers killed by these skirms. The knight will come back to clear that. The skirmisher army will come back again on this side. Horse collar now coming in for DauT. He will kill a couple more villagers potentially, but the push is on from Vivy. Both of those knights are extremely weak though, and these crossbows are going to get sniped down as they try and run across the map. DauT came in, he sniped, what, 2 more villagers? It's 5 total villager kills on there. 76 vills for DauT, 44 villagers for Vivy. More farms coming up for DauT as well. He's got enough stone for a castle. Please place it defensively. Or not, if you're a Vivy fan, I guess. Hey, DauT, put the castle here, brother. There's no possible way he could deny that, right? Haha. Early imp is Vivy's chance. Maybe. Get Bracer, try and do something. Get a castle, maybe. So DauT will eventually kill this knight, but he's going to lose skirms doing it. And meanwhile, in the front, can't quite push that area. Not with the Mangonel on the hill. And I guess that's why he was running from the Mangonel earlier with the skirmishers. DauT not able to take out the Mangonel from Vivy, and Vivy's getting some good engagements here. He takes out the Mangonel from DauT. But without a Mangonel of his own, he can't deal with the skirmishers on this side. Another knight comes out here. Maybe that's the same knight. DauT kills that and denies the wood line again. Vivy's wood eco is not looking fantastic. Does DauT go forward with a castle? 971 stone. More stables coming up from him. Would expect the +2 armor next. Into Cavalier when he first... Or, I guess... Not Cavalier, just Knights. Since he's not up to Imp, that's Vivy. And he's trying to collect the relics. He's already got 1. Might be able to get a second one here. He'll go for the castle right here. That will buy him time. Can Vivy get something done with Imperial Age is the question. I think DauT's eco is just too far ahead. If he hard commits to Castle Age Knights with the +2 armor, he should be fine. And just stays in Castle Age. If he also cuts military production, gets this castle up, he should be able to get up to Imp at a reasonable time. And then he'll be fine as well. Vivy will really need to make something happen here, and he's going forward with the villagers. Did he see the castle? He didn't. That's where he wants his castle. Same spot. DauT has ballistics. DauT has Bodcanero. Vivy really needs to make sure he's paying attention to this army and he doesn't lose it all running into that. 1 villager is worth that cost. Castle now goes up to Vivy. DauT has cut all villager, all military production, and he is going to be on the way to Imperial Age soon. Remember, chemistry will come in super, super quickly for Malians. And DauT is also pushing over here. So Vivy needs to do something about this. The Knights and the Skirms by themselves are threatening, but with the Mangonels here, very, very dangerous. It's going to be a tough situation for him, though. Even with Bracer, like, he could probably defend this with that army, but he wants to send the army forward and get a good position before he hits him. He'll hope to get some good shots with the Mangonel, but the Knights are there. The Knights are there. Bloodlines is on the way now for DauT. The gold has been cut off for Vivy. He's got another gold potentially over here or here. If he ever does clear up that castle anyway. But it's 1 on gold for him right now. 4 on food. Bracer is in, so it's a difficult army for DauT to kill. He might be able to pop out the Mangonel. Take a chance, DauT. Come on, go for it. Go for the big shot, baby. Go for the big shot, DauT. He's not looking. He is looking now. Vivy goes to gold over here. Treb is already working away on the castle. More relics are coming in for DauT. I think that's relic number 3 on the way. Masonry coming in for him. That'll come in fast as well. All the university text will. DauT, do it, baby. Do it. Reverse sweeping style. Do it, baby. Come on, DauT. Come on. Come on. Come on. Very underwhelming initial engagement from those Mangonels. Imperial Age comes in for DauT. It was good enough? Yeah, it might have been good enough. But it wasn't the huge shot that everybody wanted to see. Vivy pushing in. He's going to find some more villager kills. Can't really afford to lose this army, though. And DauT can tank those villager kills for sure. He's doubled Vivy up on villagers. 107 versus 54. And the Trebs are coming out. Did chemistry not come in for DauT? I guess it didn't. Would expect that instantly, right? But he's getting Cavalier. He's getting the final armor upgrade. And oh no. Oh, Vivy's serving up villagers for dinner buffet style. Holy cow. These Cavalier are going to eat. They're going to eat. And he doesn't have anything to kill these units. And he doesn't have any way to protect these. And I think DauT's done it. DauT has the reverse sweep. After looking underwhelming, to say the least, in game 1, game 2, and definitely the beginning of game 3 a little bit. Insane job from him. Viper said he was feeling sick today, so I assume that's correct. But yeah, 3-2 is incredible after that start. Sick plays. As far as Vivy goes, like, Vivy dropped the ball a little bit on these last 3 games, but the first 2, his openings were so good. The timings he was hitting was really, really solid. It was just tough. He had some unfortunate moments, right? Like, think back to that boar. That freaking boar, dude. Like, he was in Dark Age forever. Because DauT was just sitting there. He saw the forward boar, it was behind a wood line. It's a long lame, or it's a long lure, and just couldn't get it in. Do you guys remember the message that I gave to YouTube? Like an hour and a half ago? Sick, dude. Look at the res disparity. That's crazy. 14k extra. Okay. So we will go back here. I'll mark it down. 3, 2.